What a day. Welcome to another inspiring episode of Ladies Talk Tech. This is the program where we spotlight phenomenal women who are innovating, leading, and transforming the tech space across Africa and beyond. And today, we will be featuring a woman whose journey beautifully blends science, operations, and digital innovation. After this break, you'll be meeting my guest, so don't go anywhere.
Machine customers. Machine customers are AI systems that can make autonomous purchasing decisions on behalf of businesses or individuals. These systems analyze data, predict needs, and place orders without human intervention. For example, AI-powered chatbots can reorder supplies for a company when stock runs low. While this trend improves efficiency, it raises concerns about control and accountability over automated processes. As companies explore this concept further, B2B and B2C transactions will increasingly rely on machine customers.
Welcome back from that short break. My name is Chinatu Oji, your beautiful host for Ladies Talk Tech. My guest today is Jadida Joel Timta. She is passionate about helping busy leaders thrive. Did you hear that? She works behind the scenes as a virtual executive assistant and operations associate, keeping systems running smoothly and ensuring nothing falls through the cracks. She's also stepping boldly into the world of project management, where she is driven by a desire to deliver results faster and smarter. And with her background as a biotechnology enthusiast and a bachelor's degree in microbiology, Jadida brings a unique blend of scientific thinking and tech-driven problem solving into every role she takes on. So get ready, because today's conversation will be insightful, inspiring, and energizing. Jadida, it's so good to have you on Ladies Talk Tech. How do you feel today?
I feel excited.
Okay, first of all, I love your outfit. It's giving, that's VA, the executive VA vibe. That's what's given.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on Ladies Talk Tech.
All right, so let's quickly get into the questions for today. Can you quickly run us through your journey from studying microbiology and even becoming a VA? I'm trying to look at the correlation between studying microbiology and VA. There's nothing, adding up. So tell us about that journey.
Okay, so my interest grew in microbiology when I was in 300 level. I didn't exactly picture that I would be studying microbiology, right? But I was given. And so in 200 level, I grew interest in microbiology because I decided to see how little microorganisms can cause big problems like diseases. And so that's the same concept that I carry when I was starting out in virtual assistants. So virtual assistants, they work behind the scenes, but they don't just work behind the scenes. They take care of little things that cause the overall success of a firm, organization, or a busy professional. So that's the same concept that I took, right, with that background. And so it's similar also with project management. There are things that have to be in place so that projects can be successful. And so what interests me is having to put little things in place so that they don't cause problems at the end of the day, like microorganisms.
I like where your passion for VA, emanated from. And it just makes me think about how wonderful things that we don't think have any correlation can just inspire great things. And look at you here, making big money as a VA and a project manager. Well, there are lots of people who do not really understand what a VA does. So could you give us more light?
Okay, so a virtual assistant is basically someone that works remotely and helps people that need assistance with basically anything in the digital space. It could be social media management, it could be handling emails, it could be handling calendars, basically things that keep someone in the professional space running and being effective in their work, being effective in their career. Also in firms and organizations, basically assistants that work virtually, from the word virtually. So they work behind the scenes so that things are put in place so that efficiency is achieved.
Okay,
So,
I like that you've given us that breakdown. Do you think that there are some misconceptions about VAs that you're hoping you can drop today?
Yes,
Oh,
there
they are.
there are there
I like
are
you to share because I know that there are some, but I want you to speak about them.
yeah, there are people think that VAs are just admin assistants. That's
Mm,
that. Like
okay.
they just do admin work, and sometimes it is downplayed because if you notice, there's been a surge of virtual assistants. So a lot of people are learning the skill, and people are now thinking, oh, because you guys are a lot, so maybe your work is not that important. But the misconception I would say is people think that the work is not as important as, being a founder, because why founders hire VAs is because they need somebody to be their support.
Mm.
And so if they don't have that support, they can't be efficient in their work. So that's a misconception that shouldn't be had about VAs.
Is there any other misconception, or let's just go with that?
They are basically that their work isn't as relevant as, others, but it is, because that's what keeps money coming in at the end of the day, when professionals are effective, when the work is being done and done well.
So you're not just a virtual assistant, you're also a project manager. How do you run these two together? And when I speak about this, I'm also thinking quality delivery. So how are you able to run these two and delivering quality?
At the same time. So I'm currently taking courses in project management that will make me understand it better, because it's a new transition for me. So I'm taking courses, I'm listening to people that are in this space as well. And how I've been able to juggle both is the same concept, right? There's one thing that connects everything that I'm doing together, and it is that the things that must be done behind the scenes must be done well. They must be executed well. They must be communicated clearly so that people understand the goal, and so everybody is working together to ensure that what should be achieved is achieved, with every hand on deck. So we ensure that communication is very important. We make sure we communicate with ourselves. We also have stand-up meetings where we discuss feedback, like we have feedback on, how this went, how this is going right now, the challenges that we are facing, so that at the end of the day, what we have pictured in mind actually comes to play.
So smooth communication plays a key role in running both. Okay, I like that you said that. I want you to speak as a young woman now who is building a career in tech. Are there specific challenges that you think are only unique to you because you're a woman? And this is important to me because we just rounded off the celebration of 16 days of activism recently. And many women are complaining about being exploited on the online space. And what you do is at the intersection of the online space already. So how do you, if you've had that challenge, how do you, handle it? What has it been like? Have you had to face it head on, or have you been able to overcome it, generally?
Okay, so I haven't exactly had a particular challenge. I think one general challenge would be that because I'm new in that space, people think that I cannot deliver. So and I understand it's a valid reason, because is this person able to? But I also believe in when people can see that you have past projects, you have recommendations, they should be able to give you a shot because you are qualified for the role, right? So and I've noticed that. But how I've been able to overcome it is still keep building, right? Is still keep polishing what you do, making it better than it was, so that when you eventually step into the room that you want to step into, there is no shadow of doubt. They know that you can do what you say you can do. So yeah, that's a challenge that I've seen, and I would say to young women, basically just don't allow the stereotype that the society labels and say, oh, you're not good enough, or you can never be as good enough as a man will do so and so. That's not even true, because we have more and more examples of women who are breaking barriers. those spaces.
Clock it. I like that you mentioned that, because we need those kind of examples to inspire more young women. And you've already answered the question I was going to ask you at the tail end of this interview, what you can say to young people. But let's now talk about the kind of tools and technologies that you use in, running this. First, I want you to speak about it in the light of, is AI going to take away your job as a VA? That's a concern. And if it's not going to take, do you trust these tools that you're using to help you deliver efficiently to the point where AI cannot take your job?
I like that question because recently everybody's talking about AI, and it's good that they do, because it's becoming a reality, right? There's something that a dear friend said one time, and she said, AI is our thinking partner. AI will not steal your job if you work with it to become better than those that don't want to use it. So I see AI as a partner. I utilize it. Some of the tools I use are Google Workspace, right, to keep all documents, folders together. I use Notion for projects, so assigning people to so task and just keeping everybody together, keeping everybody on the same page. And if I need better ideas, I use AI. I use Grok AI, because there are things that I know that I don't yet know, but AI would know. And so there is a way that I can give it certain questions, certain prompts, and it will give me the kind of answer that I need. Of course, I'm not going to, copy and paste. I don't advise people do that. But when AI gives you answers, you can tweak it and make it suitable for what it is that you want to achieve, right? So AI is our thinking partner. Those that would leverage AI now are going to be at a faster, or they are going to have a better advantage than those who refuse to use it.
Okay, I like that you've said that, because a lot of people who believe that they're not going to work with AI, and so they work alone, hoping that, they are better than AI, they're more intelligent, they're never going to burn out. Let's look back 10 years later. I like that you've mentioned how we can make AI our partner, thinking partner. And I like to think of it in that same light, because what AI can do for you is not going to take your job. If anything, AI is going to take your job because you don't know how to work with AI.
Exactly.
So AI is not taking the jobs of people who, if you can do the basic things, AI can do it. So why do you want me to keep you at the job?
Yes, exactly.
Well, when people talk about AI, they also forget to talk about the fact that humans bring a different touch to things, no matter how you look at it, and that's what makes you distinct. But if you're not able to now validate that, what you can offer on the table, then AI is going to take your job. Well, let's ask the next question. So what do you think makes a great leader? And I'm asking this question because I know that as a VA, you have to support multi-high-level people. And so how have you been able to manage that relationship in terms of burnout, in terms of boundaries? How are you able to cope as a VA?
So I understand that these people they are high profile, some of them, and they would like to keep their information confidential. So I've also learned how to do that. So with burnout, before I start working with any, client or any busy professional or founder, there is always a contract of agreement that is signed and agreed to on my part. And if there is anything that is not clear, we always clarify it before work begins, right? So that's one thing I do. We understand that working hours are working hours, and it's also understood that sometimes things can come up urgently, but it shouldn't and wouldn't be a consistent thing to always bring up urgent work outside working hours. So we keep to that. There is an agreement, and I'm lucky enough I've worked with very considerate and kind people. They don't bring up urgent work when outside working hours. So that's how I've been able to handle that. Boundaries, we understand work relationship, right? Keeping things confidential and professional, but still having that relationship.
So what does a typical day for you as a operations associate and a VA look like? What does it look like? Take us through your day.
So basically, I go through what is supposed to be done for the day. Most times we have what to do for the week.
Okay.
So, but it can change depending on what is quickly done or what isn't. So I go through what is needed for the day. Sometimes handling mails, most times handling mails, whether to send or whatever has been received, and then any information that needs to be passed across team members, I do that as well. And any information I need from the founder or CEO, I make sure I receive that before work starts so that I'm clear. And so I handle all of that, and then I take break.
Oh, you do?
It's needed. I take a break
What
when
do
I
you
do.
during your breaks? Do you, meditate, take a walk, or just sleep? What do
Well,
you do? Power naps, whatever.
I rest. I take my eyes off the screen. I rest, or I eat. Yeah.
Foodie.
Yes, so yeah, that. And then at the end of the day, I communicate what has been done so that everybody knows, okay, this is what has been done on Jedida's part.
Jadida, you're saying this, and it looks like something that can be done in 30 minutes. The way you just narrated it sounds like, oh, this can be achieved in 30 minutes.
Well, sometimes no, because you have like 5 things to do, and some days are harder, some days are tougher. Well, some days are easier, right? So, but I have learned just how to balance
Balance it
both.
out.
Yeah.
We've been speaking with Jadida, who is an operations associate and virtual assistant. We're saying hi to our viewers. That's
Yes.
cute. But right now, let's go on a short break. When we return, we'll continue with the conversation.
Number 2, advanced neurotechnology beyond BCIs. Brain-computer interfaces grabbed headlines when Neuralink implanted its first chip in 2024. But neurotechnology is much broader. Researchers are testing non-invasive brain stimulation to treat depression and PTSD, while companies like Kernel are developing helmets that can monitor brain activity with unprecedented detail. Clinical trials are exploring personalized brain therapies for epilepsy and Alzheimer's. In 2023, the U.S. NIH launched its Brain Initiative 2.0, investing billions in advanced neurotech. By 2026, these innovations could expand from medical use into wellness and cognitive enhancement. Number 3, sustainable.
Welcome back. We've been communicating with the beautiful Jadida, operations associate and executive virtual assistant. Executive, emphasis on that. Jadida, welcome back. Let's continue our conversation. I know we've spoken about how you can ensure faster delivery, but I wanted to also speak about, one project that you've delivered on that made you really excited, that felt like, oh, this is a big win for me. Wow, I'm over the moon.
Yeah, so when I first started working as an operations associate, there was a project that we had. So we had to handle a webinar, and we're going to have an international speaker. So having to pull that off with invitations, having to make sure that everything that he needs on his end is sorted out, and the community is also available to attend the webinar. Just working with my team members and pulling all of that. Yeah, I was I was nice, like, oh, international.
You global.
Yeah, so that was the first time, and I was like, oh, I can do more. I can do better. I'm doing it.
Proud of you. I can just imagine how you felt in that moment. So, speaking about that, do you think that there are skills you've gotten so far from VA that's helping even in real life situation? And this is very vital because 2026 is coming. And a lot of people who have plenty long goals,
Yeah.
things they need to achieve in 2026. And I know that the VA sits at that point where they're able to decide. You see the way you spoke about Notion, speaking about how to deliverables and how you go about your day. There are people who are struggling with that. They are not interested in being VAs. They just want to be efficient people who want to live their lives to the fullest. So I wanted to speak to those people. Remember, this is December, and next, very soon, we'll be jumping into the new year. And there are people who want to know how they can lead a successful, productive life. So I wanted to speak about the skills that you've been able to pick up that can also help other people watching this now.
Okay, so one thing I have learned is having to be conscious of my time.
Great. So that's time management.
Yes, conscious of my time. They say time is money, and it is true, because people that are successful don't joke with their time. I know that it is easy for us to get distracted, especially in this age of social media, but it takes discipline to learn how to say no, it's not your time, or I've been here too long, so I need to go off and focus on the things I said I would do for today and actually do them. So I'm not exactly going to write a to-do list of what they can do, but I think at the core of it is discipline and time management. Learning to say, okay, for today I'm going to do this, this, and this within so times. And if it's okay to, rest when you want to, you can account for that as well. But then also being true to yourself. You say you want to make 1 million naira.
Jadida, don't go there. Don't go there, I beg you.
Let me go.
Let's go there, please.
Let me go now.
Okay, just go. Go a little.
So it's just an example. I'm not attacking anyone. But all of us...
very personal.
I'm sorry. All of us want to make that and even much more, right? So I think we have these big goals that we have in our minds, and it is, some of them are very valid, they're genuine, and they actually can be done, right? So I think what would help is breaking them down into steps that you can take that will eventually lead you back up to that goal. They say that you don't rise to, these steps of your goals, but you fall down to the system you
Aspire,
put.
super aspire.
Something like that. So you have to put in a structure, a system. Okay, if I say I want to make 1 million naira, for example, what are the things that I can be doing to actually make that 1 million naira within so time? And the things that I'm doing, do I need certain skills? Do I need certain courses to be able to get certain jobs, to now be able to make certain kinds of money? Do I need to talk to certain kinds of people to be able to, get into certain kinds of rooms that will now make me get into certain kinds of jobs? So you see,
They'll now make me certain kinds of money.
Exactly. So you get it. So it's literally like a chain reaction. So you just break it down into things you can start doing from today before you now get to where you want to. So be true to yourself, right?
Be true to yourself. Jadida, just drop the mic. You've said everything. And we've had very serious conversation, but I think I want us to tilt a bit to something that's not too serious.
Sure.
You're not ready for this one. I didn't tell you about it.
Okay.
So it's called the Tech Quick Bite on Ladies Talk Tech. And it's like, the moment I drop the question, you just respond.
Okay.
Don't think too much about it.
Okay.
You can't do it, right?
I will try my best. I will try my best.
Okay, so the first is, if your laptop had feelings, what do you think it would complain about the most when working with you?
It would say JD is so calm, I guess.
Oh, okay. Obviously, she's really calm though. Okay, next is, what's the funniest tech fail you've ever had? The one you pray nobody caught on camera.
Oh, my mic wasn't working one time.
Oh my goodness.
And I was talking. And I just realized that the people I was talking to couldn't hear me.
And you had given all the fact and everything.
Man. So that was a failure. So I had to rejoin the meeting and fix that. But
Okay. If you were an app, what would people use you for? Productivity, entertainment, or chaos?
Productivity.
Productivity. Okay.
/ entertainment.
Entertainment. What can you do? Can you sing?
I think I tell some good jokes.
You do. You want to tell us
inside,
one? Inside jokes.
Some inside
We have
jokes.
to find an inside joke before you leave the studio.
That will be later. Can we do that like at the end?
Oh, we can.
Right.
Okay, so which emoji describes a reaction when a project suddenly becomes urgent on a Friday evening? Have you ever had that?
Yeah. My eyebrows go inside.
That one that goes like
Yeah,
that
like,
emoji.
yes, my
Yeah.
eyebrows go inside, but I think I in the first few seconds I'm tense.
I agree,
Tense.
but you always deliver. I
Yes.
trust Jedida to deliver. Okay, if you could create a tech gadget that solved one annoying everyday problem, what silly problem would you fix first?
I'm now thinking having to pick my clothes.
You know, if you ask me, I'd say ironing. I hate ironing with my life. Jedida,
I
iron
think
and
picking
cook
my
for me. That's all I want. So if anybody can build an app that can iron
Actually-
my clothes, cook for me, you
Well,
have my money.
We have robots that are doing that now.
Oh, but can we have it as an app?
An app.
Because robots are really big. So imagine that there's an app on my phone and I just have to scan, scan the clothes like
And it's
and
ironed. People.
People
Ideas.
think ideas. All right, so that was
Ideas.
all, and you didn't fail the question. So, clap for you.
Thank you.
Before we let you go, where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years in tech or as a project manager?
Well, I see myself established. I see
Okay.
myself established because I'm currently taking courses. I forgot to mention I'm taking a course in AI in PM. So how artificial intelligence can help me as a project manager. Talking about AI, we need it. So I see myself using the leverage that AI has and becoming established in the project management space, right? I see myself as a leader, even though I have been helping people behind the scenes.
You want to be play on the front now.
I think I see myself there, not because I want to be there,
But
I-
you are leading there. You're going there. You can't.
Well,
I look at you and I just know that give her 2-3 years and she's there. And it's not about, because you're already playing behind the scene, so you know what it means, you know what to do.
Exactly.
So it's easier to lead from the front.
Yeah.
So the moment you're moving is like, boom,
I've been here before.
I've been here before. It's
Yeah.
nothing to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's really it. I see myself established in the project management space. I see myself giving out of what I've been given. So
Like build an academy for VAs, upcoming VAs,
Wait,
and
wait.
project managers.
yes, and actually make it impactful, right? So many academies will train people but then leave them hanging. So actually make it impactful where people can be stable and independent. Yeah.
Lovely energy, lovely vibe, and I'm rooting for Jedida
Thank you.
and for that big academy that we will have. But speak to young people who are now interested in jumping into VA.
Okay.
People, I don't want them to be like me who dropped halfway, I just ran away. So speak to them, those who are interested in project management, in VA, or tech generally.
So the first thing I would say is tech has come here to stay, right? So the best thing to do is accept it and adapt, right? So I would also say that be patient with yourself. I know that you want to make that money, as all of us want. You want to make that money as quickly as as possible, but be patient with yourself. Take the time to go through the process and learn what you have to, the emotional intelligence that you need to work with people, the communication skills that you need, the attention to details that you will need, when you're working on certain things. Just be conscious of these things as you work, as you learn skills, and then practice it. When opportunities present themselves, you can practice what you have already learned. So yes, be patient and enjoy the process. I know people have said that a lot, but it's true. You can enjoy the process because when you start to see that you are not who you used to be, because now you're changing and you're evolving, it will give you a certain kind of assurance that you're on the way where you want to be. So yeah, be patient and you'll be there. See you at the top.
See you at the top. I think I love that closing line, see you at the top. And when you spoke about being patient, that's very important to young people today.
Yeah.
The journey is not going to be easy.
No.
Sometimes when we see people who have achieved and it's like they're already up there, because oftentimes their life just tells a single story. So we don't have the full picture. We don't know how many nights they had to, you know, burn candles, how many times they had to stay hungry, how many courses they had to buy, and all they had to put up with just to get to where they are. And so we just see very successful VAs. We just see very successful women in tech, and we're like, ooh,
and we think they just appeared.
They just appeared. So I love how you've spoken about journey and process. I like that you've encouraged people to be patient through the process and learn. Being open to learning is one thing that'll take anybody far.
Yes, I agree with you.
And I also want to add that we shouldn't be satisfied with where we are. There has to be that hunger for more. Because if you're not yearning to be better than what you were yesterday, then there's a problem. So there has to be that, oh, that longing, I need to be here, I need to do more, and not in a competitive way.
Exactly.
But in a way that makes you even feel proud of yourself, so that there is impact. You spoke about the legacy you want to have, impacting more people. And you pointed out a problem that I see. We have many tech founders these days, Jadida. Too many. Most of them building fintech apps that people don't get to use. And it's just a lot. That is not the problem. They've all found a gap and they're all working to fix it. Then we have many of them who want to just be founders. Too many founders. Nobody's ready to serve. Nobody's ready to follow, to work under anybody. Everybody, I want to be a founder, a co-founder. And we didn't speak about that. I don't know if you want to say anything about it before we wrap up. Because this is just coming to my mind now. I see too many young founders. Come on, just sit in the kitchen and cook.
You said it rightly. I would like to just say one thing, right?
No, you can say two. Because it hurts me sometimes. I'm like, we don't all have to be founders. We can support people. We can serve. We can, I don't want to say co-found now. But there just has to be somebody doing something. But it looks like there's this glory complex. I have to be at the fore. So it has to always be me.
Yep. I think we have to learn that there is power in collaboration. It's not wrong if you say you want to work with someone and both of you can bring out something beautiful, right? So you can, instead of everybody trying to found or start up, you know, one thing, you can actually come together and say, okay, let's do this together, right? And I think, like you said, people are in a hurry. Our generation, we're in a hurry.
In a hurry, and you can't blame them. When you look at the insecurity, you're not sure how long you'd live for, so maybe you want to just
quickly eat the good of the land
before you go.
Yes, so I think we just have to learn how to, it's okay to serve.
It's okay.
Not everybody will be Moses in the story. Some people will be Aaron. Some people will be those that held Moses' hands during the war, you know. So, right, so there are people that will serve behind, and that's fine. There is still power in causing impact behind the scenes because you're not forgotten. I think that people think, oh, when you're behind, nobody sees you. But the truth is, you're making actual impact that people can feel and see, right? I think we have to learn how to be okay with not always being in the spotlight. Always being in the spotlight is even, it's damaging. It's really damaging. So I think we have to learn how to step back, see what we need to learn from those people that are successful. It's okay to intern. Even if you're 30, it's okay because you know what you're looking for and you're going for it. You can't literally you can't wait for people to keep saying, oh, what will people say? People will always talk, even if you're doing the right thing or the wrong thing.
I like the analogy you brought because somebody was saying that a young lady said she wants to go into tech, but she's already 42. And then the person responded that, whether you go into tech or not, when it's time to get to 50, you still get to 50.
And you have not entered
and
the
you
tech.
haven't entered the tech, and you're interested in entering the tech. So
why not start early?
Why not start when you can?
Yeah.
In fact, I like to wrap up by saying that yesterday was a missed opportunity, but you can't afford to miss today.
Exactly.
You can't.
Yeah.
So the next chance you have is today. So start today. And I know that we've all made 2026. If you've even noticed, a lot of people are not even saying 2026 is my year. It's like people have learned.
They are mellowing down.
People have learned to calm down. I've been watching the online space. I'm like, Nobody's still in 2026 and cutting off. By now, you'd see scissors flying up and down. No one is
virtual
cutting me
scissors.
off. Everybody's just calm and saying, I'll take the life as it comes to me. But well, I think that's the much we can take, Jadida. It was so good to have you.
It was my
A
pleasure.
high five.
It was my pleasure.
Thank you so much. We've been speaking to Jadida, and she's one young lady who is doing amazing in the virtual space, you know, as a project manager, as an operations associate, and she's just doing a lot of things. There are other things that she's not spoken about that she does, but she's doing them, and I'm just excited to have her on Ladies Talk Tech today. I hope that when we invite you again, you'd show up for us.
Yeah, by
Yeah.
God's grace.
Why did you have to think twice?
I don't know where I will be.
Oh yes, that's true. That's true. Well,
But by God's grace, I would love to be here again.
so good. My name is Chinatu Oji, and it was so good to have you on this edition of Ladies Talk Tech. Do well. If you have questions for Jadida, do well to reach out to her. Send your comments, send your questions, and she'll be sure to answer you. And of course, share this video. Let us know what you think. My name is Chinatu Oji, and saying bye for now.